And now to speak on how credit grows green economy and its role in sustainable national development is the Registrar, National Institute of Credit Administration, Professor Chris Onalo. He joins us virtually from Lagos. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Here is Professor Chris Onalo from Lagos. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. On credit economy, tell us about the credit economy and how important is it that Nigeria should take advantage of such opportunity?
Well, as the name implies, credit create wealth. Credit is take it today, pay for it tomorrow, and it cuts across consumer credit sector, consumer market sector, manufacturing sector, financial services sector, even nation to nation. Credit allows people to have access to what they don't have in order to bring out the best in them. And this could be in terms of setting up industries, translating idea into practical product formation, service formation, and so that we can have avalanche of industries across the economy, and then consequently giving job opportunities to those who are looking for job, who are graduating from various universities, as well as by implication creating wealth for the government and for individual, for families. So credit is what really brings people into the mainstream of economic activities, and that is to say that the rich and the poor can now coexist, and someone who is poor today can become wealthy tomorrow, because you have access to certain components in the economy facilitated by the government that you can now bring out the best in you. You can become an employer of labor. You can become an industrialist tomorrow, though today you are an employee. So that is what constitutes a robust economic model, which is in the modern time is regarded as credit economy. And that is, okay. I think that is the way Nigeria will go. Yes, thank you.
Now, how can credit management serve as a catalyst for economic stability and growth when you relate this to the Nigerian scenario? How do you break it down?
Well, credit management as a profession, given the scenario that I have painted, require certain skilled people that professionalize themselves in the art and science of managing the promise, to become a reality. As I said earlier, if anything is taken on credit, be it product or financial materials or items, you require someone to manage that relationship between the one who has taken credit and the one who has given that credit. There are so much involved in between. You'll be looking at various vagaries that can undermine the promise to honor that obligation. And also you'll be looking at the character questions. The person I am giving credit at whatever level, can I trust him? Can I trust her? If it is a corporate organization, can I trust the leadership, the management, the board of that institution? So it calls for another independent person to manage the relationship and to make sure that the credit exchange there crystallizes.
Okay, now how has Nigeria's economy evolved towards greater dependence on credit in recent years? And when you look at the present interest rate, it's not really quite encouraging.
Well, the interest rate is quite scary, and in an environment where access to credit is a bit hard or very scarce, that automatically create gaps between those who have this credit to give and those who are receiving that. Over time, it has been very difficult because of the shrinking of the economy, which has not opened wide enough to accommodate people. And I think that is what the present government has realized, that there is need to broaden the economic scope to be able to get everyone participated in the economy, those who are managing the investment of other people, resource of other people, as well as those who has the capital, to put down with a view to setting up industries, to propelling the commerce to move the way it should do. And then government is really seriously thinking along that line to say that, look, the interest rate has been quite scary, and well, that's a function of so many things. How am I sure that if I borrow money in the case of financial credit, I'm committing that money into this business, considering other vagaries around the economy? How do I quickly make a good return and to be able to pay back the loan with the interest? So the closed economy present that scenario, and what the government, I think, is thinking about right now. You recall when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made his maiden edition speech, he did say that he was going to introduce consumer credit cultured society to curb corruption and to widening the scope of commerce and industry. And that was huge for the economy to move forward, which ultimately, if people are more participating in the economic activities of the country, you are producing something and I'm buying that, I'm creating something, and you are waiting to to take that back to your life and make life become more meaningful, creating job in the process. Then some other things will crystallize, so to say, and then that is, of course, the only process by which the cost of credit can shrink, because there is participation of everybody across sectors of the economy. The good thing about Nigerian economy, which I think the government is taking advantage of it, is that it is quite wide. We have so much sectors, so many activities in so many directions of the economy, and the government, I think they're trying to galvanize that, to say that, look, let's create an institution that will help individuals to participate in the economy, especially at the MS level. In part of the question you asked, will of course touch on the government intervention on a very big scale. For example, the government can say, okay, to create access to make everybody participate in the economy, you are producing, I'm producing, we flood the market, price of things will go down, bank will be very comfortable to fund the process. Let us therefore set up a national credit guarantee corporation, which will provide security, collateral that other people don't have in order to access bank loan. And then if that is in place, automatically people will wake up a day to discover that the government has put in place mechanism that will grow credit naturally, and which ultimately will lower down the cost of borrowing or the cost of taking credit, either at the distributive level. When we talk of credit, people think that ultimately you are referring to the bank. That is not. Bank has money to give. When the goods and services are produced, the manufacturers, the distributors are still selling this product to their appointed distributors, and they sell that product on credit, in which case we said you can use credit to sell your product that you have produced en masse, and then you can, of course, retain your machinery, the factory and the production machinery
Professor
turning around
Onalo.
and working to 4 hours and so on and so
Okay.
forth. So that is a way we can reduce the cost of credit.
Thank you very much, Professor Chris Onalo.